not taking the weapons over. No, we didn't have any fights.
Where's Natalie? Where's Nanny going, Nat?
Just backed off.
Did you run away with the goats?
We just turned around and
What's the week?
there's just a couple of...
Do you want one too? I'm a big cheer, Surprise! me at the lake. We had our own glasses. Pocket James Bond.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just like to welcome you all here tonight, and especially our guest, Huitau. Very surprised. Okay. Well, my name is Jason Paki, if you didn't hear before. Jason Paki, and I'm going to be the MC for tonight. And what we've got is we've got a great program in store for you tonight, so we're going to kick it off. And we've just heard an item from Nancy's cousin, Flo. Is that right, Nancy? Yes. And what a beautiful song she sang there. And Mighty Paki Paki. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to just like to welcome you to Huitau here, and hope you're going to enjoy the evening. We've got a lot of exciting things, a lot of people, going to perform for you tonight, so it's going to be great. We're going to kick off by having a blessing on the food, and I'd like to thank Nan for the karanga. We're going to have a blessing on the food and karakia, and then we're going to proceed with the food. But
There we go. There's Harlan's plate. Whoa.
We had another feed. Eating all day.
Body trimmers, still in good form. Look at this one. What control?
Yeah, Nancy's got control. Or was it when we were working it?
He's Nan. Ooh, she's got heaps Nan. She's gonna be full later. Need some room for the ice cream.
What was that? Well, that's a new one.
There's Uncle Lehi's 5th plate.
Yes. It's my first one.
Good everyone. I got all my aunties and uncles were going to gang up on me because I had delegated them to speak tonight.
You're right.
But little did they know I'd already put myself down.
No consolation.
So I'd like to pay tribute to Aunty tonight and trying to think back on things about her and I as growing up, and I think and she probably remembers more about me than I do about me. But I just remember, everybody knows that Aunty knows a lot, and Aunty knows that she knows a lot. But, I remember one experience she was telling my husband and I about one time. When she was in Hawaii with Anton and Aunty Spooky, I think it was, and they were with a friend at the beach, and their friend offered them a pina colada, and he warned Aunty and said, yeah, it's pretty potent or pretty strong, and just take it easy. And Aunty goes, oh, I'm all right, man, I can handle it. Drink with the best of him. Anyway, Aunty took her first one and she just drank it straight down, didn't, come up for air till the end. And I don't know this, but I heard that it has no taste, and so it didn't have any effect on her right at that stage. And so she had another one, and she took it straight down, and after that she collapsed. She was paralysed and they had to carry her off the beach. She obviously overestimated herself. But looking back, I just like to tell my auntie that I love her and appreciate her for all that she does for me and my family. And they said, oh. See you later.
They've got an item later, so they...
Speech is rigged.
But Uncle Levi's going to come up. Actually, you can have some snakes in. So while you're making your way up, I was just talking to Anton and Aunty Rita over here, and before they're coming here, and it's quite you need to have a listen to that story. Dad and them were trying to get them here. Do you all know how?
No.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm telling you. What actually happened is Dad and Mum went to pick up Aunty Rita, and before that, Anton and Aunty Rita had a little bit of a discussion about what to wear. And Aunty Rita had some jeans on or something, pants on, and this is how good close, bond they've got, is Anton told her. Anton actually told her, I mean, people can tell her what to do, but Anton told her that get into a dress, so that's why she's got a dress on. So they're coming in, and they're going to get a video. And Dad says, oh, we're going to go get a video, got to go get a blue movie. He says, Blue Hawaii. So that's the movie they were going to get, and they come along here, and Aunty Rita thought this was a hospital or something. They came along here and they says, oh, it's a hotel and that. And actually Nancy was saying she was really ticked off because they were having arguments before this, and because Nancy had been saving up some money and Aunty Rita went and spent the money for her. So, Uncle Leo, can you fix the one up? Okay, so Uncle Leo, can you come up? He'd like to say a few words. So that's what happened.
I was asked by Natalie to see if I could say a few nice words about my sister Rita. everybody else knows her as, a lot of people around know her, they like to call her nigger. We've got a bit of a competition on it at the moment.
Coming close.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, sis. Big 5-0, eh?
Another 5 to go.
Another 5 to go. I suppose I've got heaps of memories of my sister, and of all my sisters, because I was the youngest one, and everybody knows I was the sport one. I don't think I could have done anything wrong in all of your eyes, even though I did a hell of things wrong. But I'd just like to thank Ashley for everything that she's done for me. She's been like a second mother to me, and actually all my sisters have actually. I've always been there when I need them, and I'd like to thank them very much. The nigger, I've always seen eye to eye, and whatever you do, you've never done anything wrong. She's always been there for me when I needed it, and I always want to be there for her when she's needed me. That's what I need to say. I ain't got a song.
Thank you everybody for being here tonight, and Mum. It's good to have you here with us, Mum, and those who have come from Auckland, and our friends also from Auckland. We really appreciate you being here tonight. I've got a lot of memories of my sister, some good, mostly bad, but she was always the spoilt one when we were growing up. My brother, Buff, who died when he was 19, and my sister Annette, well, she was really good, Annette. She was a good girl, and just my brother and I were a little bit naughty, but we used to gang up on Huitau, and we always used to get a hiding, because she'd go yelling into Dad, "Oh, those mistakes!" Next minute Dad be up with the stick and Mum with the stick too, whacking us. "Don't you fellas hit her, she's only a baby." And she'd be standing behind him. So, and then as we grew older and went into our teenage years, she was a good backstop for me. When I used to, when she used to want me to get out the window and go and see other people. She'd be telling Dad, "Oh, Luana's in bed." "Yeah, she's in bed." But one night she went and she told him the truth. But anyway, we had some good years growing up, and our other sisters were older than us, so it was more or less us. It was our older sisters and us younger ones. And remember when we always used to have to be looked after by different people, because our parents always were out working out at the shearing sheds. Aunty up here at the back was one of our babysitters that used to look after us. And our older sister Henny, we used to love it when she was looking after us, because she was always tired. She'd go to bed and her purse would be left there and always had bits of money in it. And she never knew how much she had in it. She might know it, but she never gave us a hiding. She taught us how to drive, and she had this little bomb that she taught us to drive. And the eldest, we always had the eldest pushing the cars, but our other sister Hannah, she was really strict. We used to have to be be in bed by 6 o'clock. Me and Rita would be in there grumbling and oh, when we get that old, we're not going to be that grumpy. I think we were worse. But no, I've had some wonderful years growing up with my family, and I appreciate being here with them all. We had a good example. Our mother's been an excellent example to us, and we love her heaps for that. And my children, appreciate their hope you can put up with their stupid ways, but they got good hearts, and they'll keep the party going, even without any of that stuff. They're really good. But, yeah, I'd like to say I've had a lot of things with Huitau. We've had some really good times in these later years as she's developing into other areas. Hopefully it's going to make us rich somewhere, is that right? But anyway, happy to have you all here, and Anton coming all this way back, and appreciate all the things you've accomplished in your life, and a good example you are to all of us too. And Eva, love sitting with her. It reminds me of that our brother was there, even though when he was alive we were fighting like cats and dogs. We really miss him too. And our other brother that's not here tonight, because she could have been here with us. But wonderful having you all here. And we've still got heaps of nice things coming up. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Aunty Anna, all the way from Waiheke Island. Put your hands together.
Happy birthday, sis, into the big 5-0. And when Natalie asked me to, yes, Doyle's been talking to when Natalie rang and asked me if I would say a few words at Aunty Huitau's party, I said to her, oh yeah, okay, but then I thought about it afterwards and I thought, gee, that was a silly thing to do. I mean, all of them have got all the talent, and it's always so good to listen and hear them perform and talk about their auntie and their jokes. But when I thought about it, when Huitau was born 50 years ago, I was 8. And she was born in a little place called Bridge Park, in amongst the big Huitau, in Aunty Addie's kitchen. Yes, in Aunty Addie's kitchen, in the back of a marae. And at that time, the 8-year-old was more interested in playing with her cousins and the boys and your brothers and sisters. And to my memory, I was told my mother had another girl. And I thought, well, that's the 4th girl in our family. So there was no big event for us, for me at that time. And after the Huitau celebrations were over, I lived with my grandparents in Bridge Park until I was 16. And so all those years from when Huitau was born until I was a teenager were sort of family photos, the odd weekend or a holiday. But I went to school at Bridge Park and I lived with my mother's parents. So at 16, when I went home to live, Huitau would have been 12. So I was a teenager then, and Huitau was just sort of still a schoolgirl. So our actual association was sort of that far apart. So I didn't sort of have, I can't recall much of Huitau and my sort of association in those earlier days. And at 20, I went overseas for 4 years to Hawaii. So when I came back after that, I was 24 and Huitau was 18. And so there again, she was taller, she had longer legs, she grew bigger than me and taller than me, and I thought, my goodness, after being away for 4 years, she had become a bigger sister. And to this day, she's still bigger than me. But we sort of played a few sports together. I think indoor basketball comes to mind. We played a few games in Napier, and because I was always on the sideline, I was the small one, I got in the way, and when I ran, I was knock kneed and fall over. And we don't know any were the players, and my mother. And so our actual association, we got together more when we were older, and as we got older, we've sort of grown to closer to each other. And in the years that we lived in Huitau, we've spent many a trip up there and had Christmas with her and Spooky and Anton. And so we became a lot closer in our older age. So in our next 50 years, I don't know if I'm going to be around, but I know we will continue to do so, because we've been taught by an example from our mother and father on how to keep families together. And in closing, I have got a little poem, and it reads, "The longer I live, the more apparent it becomes to me that paradise is not a goal at the end of the road, but the road itself. More important than the road itself are the people we meet along the way. That is the real key to life." Written by Dolly Parton, born 1946. So I had a bigger speech, but it's a eucalyptus 3 drops, peppermint 3 spoons. The oil ones, I've got the wrong notes. But I'm sure Guido's had a good surprise tonight, and I too would like to add my thanks for the job she's doing looking after our mother. And I know she's very capable of what she's doing for Mum, and I would like to thank her and say to her that Mum's looking well, and we should do this more often. Why do we need 50 birthday parties? And all I would like to say to us widows, keep healthy, and it is important to exercise. And swearing now. Yeah, I've been hearing in the pipeline that she's on some positive, and Natalie looks great. So why are we like that? We're getting there. We're getting there. No, and congratulations, sis. Happy birthday.
It was very hard, I tell you, to keep a secret. So what I had to say that I was going to the Kohanga to work. I was down the road talking to Nat, and it was very hard to talk to Nat, because Nat was always around, or she'll ring up. Like the other day, she rang up, she was coming around. They arrived home and I wasn't there. Berta was there. "Oh, good to see you, Bub. Yes, I just came for the songbooks." But I'll tell you something, it's such a pleasure.
First, I just want to say thanks to everyone else for organising this. I was a little concerned. I know 50 is a bit of a celebration, and being so far overseas, it's really nice to do. But you're right, I was 20 hours of flight on the trains. Walked out of the airport gate, and I wanted to see Mum and jump in the car and go, but I ended up waiting an hour. She's always got an excuse.
He's been given instructions when you go to Korea, he departs you 5 hours ahead.
I was thinking of so many things to say to her, how angry I was for waiting there. It was her birthday yesterday, so I just decided to wait. But it was good to see her. Yeah, I'm trying to think of many things that my mum has helped me with, and I just don't get to mention. Although she wasn't the best example of what to do in my life, she always told me what to do and showed me. I remember one example once when Roger Tahau came out and visited for a holiday and was shot, and I stole this little lollipop. I stole 3 of them actually. Roger and I ate them, and he gave one to my mum. Mum, you know, she's pretty shrewd at finding out information. She knew I had no money and how to buy it, and she was laughing, and in the end Roger said, yeah, he did steal it. Then my mum stopped laughing, and we had to drive all the way back to the shop. And I was standing in front of the shop there and confront, and my mum said, oh yeah, my son stole this lolly. But the good thing is that my colour and Roger's colour is a little bit different, and Roger looks more like my mum, so she was standing there, mum was doing all the talking and saying, yeah, my son, so the shopkeepers were looking at Roger the whole time, and I kind of took a step back. And every day I asked me, then they said to me, they looked at Roger and said, so how do you feel about it? And then I had to stand up and say, oh yeah, I'm very sorry. Yeah, I learned a lot. She supported me and helped me to get out there on mission. I think the principles and everything. That was 2 years ago. So I remember that time Natalie was talking about at the beach in Hawaii. You're lucky you didn't have to carry her back to the hotel. There was a Coast Guard that was out there, and I was going to go ask them one of those whale net things. But straight, we went back to the hotel that was in Maui, and we jumped on, they had a gymnasium downstairs, and we jumped on the gym down there, and she went to sleep on the bikes. Yeah, I'm thankful enough for helping me, and I guess to go out and to do my business, and always given me the freedom to do what I want, and told me what to think, but I've always left the end decision up to me. With everything from supporting me in the last couple of years with my ambitions that I had, big ambitions, but I've always been supporting me and giving me up that help, and I always know that. I really appreciate that. I know that you'll always be there, and always supported me throughout my life and tried to do the best that you could. So it's just around the corner, it's going to be my turn to score there. So I look forward to what the next 50 years are going to be a little bit different. Thanks to all my aunties as well, my cousins. I know how much my mum loves you. I think she's been involved in aunties and uncles with all of you in one way or another. With I think when we first went to Auckland with Aunty Hunter and O'Gowan in the driving school. Then the rest of Aunty Henry, and with Uncle Levi there in Auckland, and then down here in Hamilton, and Klondike with Auntie Warren and John. And I know how much she loves each of you, and I'm thankful for that. I'm glad I'm a part of this family. It's a really special part of my life, and I really, really appreciate it. Don't know not much else more to say, Mum. I know, having said it, I think it was only when I started on my mission, it was easier for me to say how much I love you. It was pretty tough to say that between the both of us, but I do love you. Thank you for everything you do.
We should have just gone straight to Aunty Huitau, and then to get back up there. Aunty Huitau, if you can come up, and just want to say on behalf of me that, you know, and my family, that I really enjoyed our time here tonight, and it's been a lot of fun. Not a lot of fun, though.
Well, I don't think I really need this. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming, and all the nice things that have been said about me. Who were you listening to? And the bad things that were said. No, I appreciate them all. Thank you very much. And I'd just like to acknowledge Sister Yumi at the back there. I still call her Sister Yumi. She actually I shared a lot in bringing me up. She used to go with one of our relations in Hawke's Bay, and I used to play them against one another just to get what I wanted. And it played well into my hands. And I'd like to thank her for the example that she showed me while I was at church college. And when she was at home looking after us. And to my big sister that went, and our other big sister that's here, they really brought us up, Luana and I. And our mother was always busy working with our father. And so it was our sisters that, our brothers were always working with our mum and dad. So it was our sisters that were at home looking after us. And I think that's why we've turned out like we are, because we were brought up by one another. I mean, and we all had a hand in bringing Lehi up. Mine was mostly dragging him up. Luana was his mother. That's why you got a broken arm.
I know that.
But we've had some good times, and we've shared a lot of family times with our mother. And the times we weren't a well-off family because there was 10 of us. But they always made sure that we had a holiday away for Christmas. I can remember those. Even if it was just by the river, back home in Brookfield, we'd meet as a family. And to us it was, it was a holiday. I mean, to a lot of people it was just a bunch of Maoris sleeping on campuses by the river. But to us, it was a way, and we'd be with Mum's family one time and then with Dad's family in Tahau. We've had a good life. We've got a lot of things to be grateful for now. And our mother and father were good examples in the church. I mean, my mum was the biggest example. Even though she gave Dad a hiding. I think that's where we get our Wild Street from. They all think it's from the Tahau side, but my mother's got a Wild Street too. But she's got a lot of love there that she's taught us how to love one another. She's taught us how to forgive. Maybe not forget, but she's taught us how to forgive. And that's one thing I'm grateful for my mother for. And I find it a real joy to look after Mum. She may not feel it's a joy having me there. I know Nancy, they when I come over, it's always that witch. Nancy's a real backbone in our household for looking after Mum and everything in the house. I'm really grateful to Nancy for the help that she gives looking after Mum. But Mum gives her a hard time sometimes, and I can tell because Mum's still earning 90 when I get home from my meetings. She's refused to get dressed. Then when I get home, she goes and gets dressed, and it's time to go to bed. Hey, Mum. But, we have a lot of fun in our home, and she loves having her family come. She loves having Uncle Jimmy and Uncle Adam, and she just loves people visiting. And it's really good for you, to see them there. She just loves having Uncle Jimmy and Aunty Rose there when they come. All the family. And her children. When Big Ed comes there, she moans about him snoring, sleeping beside her. And poor Big Ed, he feels he rolls over and he gets up, Mum's gone. He thinks she's on the floor somewhere. And she loves sleeping with her sons. And well, that was there. When he walks in the house, we may as well walk out. And for my in-laws, I'm really grateful for them. Putty, John, thank you very much for tonight. I enjoyed those glasses. When he reckons James Bond has all these glasses in his pockets and getting all these glasses out, must have out drinking by the lake. Oh, the joys, and they were plastic. Thank you very much, family, and we have friends that have come, Kia ora Keo, and your sister-in-law, and Murray and your family. To my nieces and nephews, Lisa, Paki, and Tahau, and it's a joy looking after your son, Alan. He's awesome. We have lady boy after kohanga until his father comes, sometimes 8 o'clock at night, sometimes the next day, 9 o'clock. It's a joy to look after them. Karen and Carl, thank you for coming. I know you've had to put up with a lot for our family, Karen. That's really Karen on the stone. It's lovely to see you fellas here. And to Jason, thank you very much, boy, for an awesome evening. You've missed your profession. Should have been a stripper. Thank you very much, Jason. And to Natalie and Darren, Katie. Oh, thank you. Hey, was that a lot to do with this? And Katie, I didn't think you get cracked. You could have told me, you know, I could have told anyone. I just, we was mates. Nah, just joking, Katie. To my son, it's actually been my privilege to have you coming to bring me up. You've been a joy. Maybe not the things I wanted to happen, but you're the one who's been a joy, and it's been a privilege watching you grow up and to achieve what you wanted to achieve in life. I know I've never been the best example as far as our church goes, but I'm glad you've kept it when you made your decision. That's the type of person you are when you decide to do something to go ahead. And as for the time frame, maybe I've got too much watch. No, I'm going to be early. I was there at 10:30. Now the reason why I missed you was because I was out of space. Somebody to find me a packet of smokes, and when I came in, oh, you were standing there. But now I'm afraid time, like my sister says, I'm lucky to catch the ferry to Wade. But I don't know, it just don't mean nothing to me. That's for sure. And Leon and Clark, we used to have these corporate meetings. He used to be having a hernia.
So we head office.
They're waiting for us to turn up. But I know I've got nothing to complain in my life. I've enjoyed sharing the Wāna's family with you through the years. Like Lisa said, she was always left behind. You can blame your dad for that, but he would never let you come. But having the kids through the holidays and sharing them and sharing Lehi's children with them and Hannah's, it's been a joy to share everybody's children. And even though people say John never had a buddy, he had plenty of fathers. He had his Uncle Nana and his Uncle Lehi and his Uncle John and his Uncle Alan, all there to make sure that he had the male side of him sorted out. I know when my son was sick, then they just all moved up north. His Uncle Nana was the first one there. I had a ring from the school that the strange man had taken my son out of school and they didn't know where he'd gone, and so I waited till Anton came home and his Uncle Nana had picked him up and taken him out for lunch. But this was 11 o'clock in the morning. When he took him out, he had a talk about it.
Time either.
He took him out because he was going for a major operation. Then his Aunty Hannah and Uncle Lehi arrived up there. And so Uncle Lehi took him out on the 90-mile beach and let him drive his Aunty Hannah's car up and down the bridge. And he was only 9 years old. But it was awesome to It was awesome to have that support when you needed it. I think we as a family have been there for one another all the time. But I'm thankful for the times that they've been there for me. and for the times Nellie and Darren and Lisa and Ricky and all the kids when they come over and spend time with their grandmother, it's actually spending time with us too, and it's really good. And Kiwi, yeah, we go back a long way. We really do. We've been in and out of hell and back again. And I never used to hit that hard either, but
I know he's done.
But thank you very much, and it's a joy to have you here, Mary, you and your family, and it's a joy to be part of your family as well. Thank you for coming. And she is an old student, church college student.
They kicked you out of bed at the school on time. They kicked you out.
Oh, the one used to be there. Yes, I really want to be thankful to my sister Luana. And our years are coming up. We always used to get into trouble and other people say that we always made it back home. I just, we ran away. And it's really awesome living next to Eva. She's a pain in the neck sometimes, but she keeps telling me, you've got to exercise. I'm not swearing. Just stop swearing, Pudding. Oh, no, it's good. She's good to have there. I never enjoyed it so much while our brother was alive, but I suppose because he was the dominant one, she was never ever allowed to blossom. I had to laugh at Lisa today when she saw her auntie walking. She said, oh, Uncle Nana might want to come back. You might want to come back. Oh no, your family, they always come to see their name. And the grandchildren, John's children, they're always calling in, Ellen and Aubrey. That's really good. And I don't have much more to say, but thank you so very much. And it was a big surprise. Oh, Kuro, follow me. And thank you very much, Kuro and Lorana, for tonight. For the episode down at the lake. I have much more to say to my mother. Oh, Mum, 50 years ago today, yesterday, must have been a real pain. They'd have me in the kitchen. Oh, Auntie Annie reckons I fell in the ashes, that's why we ended up so black. Hey Leon, it's my excuse, but and my brother John, take my hat off to him, he's trying hard to be the co-master of our family. Not much more to say, but thank you fellas very much for listening. It's very nice.
So,
Yeah, you've got to have Widow now.
Yeah, you sing a song, but
Go on, yeah.